with Pair Up Systems. Today I'm joined by Nicki Taylor from the Nanny Connection. Nicki, thank you so much for being here. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Hi, thanks so much, Peggy. My name is Nicki Taylor, and I own the Nanny Connection here on the island of Hawaii. So we are on Maui, Oahu, and Lanai. And I live here with my family. I have 2 kids. I have a 3-year-old boy and a 1.5-year-old girl. So I'm really busy. And my husband is born and raised here, so we have lots of family here. I took over my mother-in-law's business. I used to work in corporate America before with a home care agency. So once we decided to have kids, we moved to the island, and I took over the company. And I've been the owner now for almost 7 years. And we just finished last year with our most successful year yet, and this year expanded to Oahu. So I'm excited for the future, and I'm hoping to expand over to Kauai probably by next year.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. So I think it is so interesting because you have some very unique things about being in operation in Maui. Can you tell us about the seasonality of your business? And also, if you have different channels that you would handle your vacation families versus your local families.
Sure. So I actually just got into the nanny business over here when I started the company. So I hadn't really been in the world before. So about 5 years ago, I think I went to my first APNA conference, and I realized how different we ran over here because we pretty much only deal with tourist families. I would say about 90%. We do permanent placement, but it's probably one every 3 to 4 months. And it's a little tricky when you're living on an island because you have a very kind of finite nanny pool to pull from. You don't have, I can't relocate girls. They can't really interview if they don't live on island. So permanent placement is not a huge, it's not our moneymaker per se. So we deal with about 90% tourists. So we work at all the hotels. Everything is a short-term nanny placement. So whether it's one date night or nanny services for the full week or 2 weeks that they're here.
What were your biggest pain points before implementing Pair Up?
So definitely the scheduling. So, and not just the scheduling, but with our system before we intaked the call, we put it on in our system. We manually reached out to the nannies. We manually scheduled it together, and we manually sent confirmation emails to the family and details to the nanny. So placing one job had about 6 different steps. And in any one of those steps, something could have gone wrong, or, the family may have not gotten an email even though we sent it, or my office girl may have not sent a text message of details to the nanny on time, and then the nanny forgot. So there was just a lot of different moving parts that took up so much time for one job. So now having it so streamlined where we just intake the call, it goes directly in, and then the nanny books it automatically, confirmations go automatically. It just really pulled so much time away from the office staff that now we're able to just not only turn over our nanny confirmations so much quicker, but we're just able to really give a much more streamlined customer service process.
Has Pair Up enabled you to change how you operate with your office staff?
Yeah, a lot. So I was actually able to cut back on a lot of my office staff, which it leaves me working more, but it actually ended up that I saved more in the long run because I am able to work more efficiently like this without needing so much extra help to stay on top of the workload. So it kind of added for a little bit more, made the Nanny Connection a little bit more flush to open up to other islands, to other projects.
So the increase in efficiency has made you more profitable, and you're using that to expand. What are you doing with the efficiencies you've seen?
Absolutely. So I was able to bring on somebody to do our permanent placement. So now I have somebody advertising permanent placement for me. And then when we do get one in, they actually do the interview process, find the nanny, and book the nanny now, which is a huge stressor off my plate. I don't deal with permanent placement at all. And then I was able to expand to Oahu. So I was able to bring on another island and it not cost me necessarily anything more because I don't have a team over there. I'm able to run just as efficient and just add a separate set because it's same state, but just a different county. So just add on to a whole different group of girls.
How long did it take for you to ramp up your office to fully using PairUp?
I would say it was quick, like maybe a week at the most. I didn't have a lot of, because we don't do so much permanent placement, I didn't really have a lot of data to transfer over, if that makes sense. I just had to transfer over my nannies. So in doing that, I mean, we were up and running. I think you got me up and running within 24 hours, and then my team was able to utilize it right away. So it probably only took us about a week to get really the flow of everything going.
What are your plans for your agency going forward?
So I want to expand to Kauai, and then I'm not sure about Big Island. We have a family friend that lives there and owns an agency there, so we kind of have professional boundaries. But I would like to do Kauai as well. I would love to get permanent placement on Oahu because there is a real big need for it. It has so much more of so much more population than we do on Maui, and more people that aren't just kind of your vacationing tourists or your retirees, more of like your families that need that help. So I would love to do that. And then I think at some point I would like to step away and be more of a silent owner in the background and have I guess my long-term goals would be to spend more of my time with my family and being able to have a full-time kind of office manager that runs my spot.
If you were to offer some wisdom to an agency owner that is a couple years into their business and experiencing some growing pains, what would you say to them?
Well, I would definitely suggest the system. It helps a lot. And I would also suggest being really selective with nannies.
Well, Nicki, that was so insightful. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom. Thank you so much for sharing about your PairUp experience. You have just done a fantastic job in the islands. I'm so excited for your future growth. Congratulations.
Thank you.